Hello everybody, it is your boy No Chill MMA, and we just saw a awesome event in Nassourdine Imavov versus Caio Borralho, UFC Paris. Not a fan of the main event. that had me mad, I'm not gonna lie. The main event had me mad. Hoofy losing, I was upset about it, but you know what, BSD is another good prospect. Other than that, very few decisions. The only other decision besides the main and the co-main was William Gomis, and I'm not a fan of Gomis. But other than that, all finishes on the card. It was a really good card, lots of really cool moments. Let's get into what everybody should do next, starting with the main event winner, Nassourdine Imavov. Now, Nassourdine Imavov, he did maybe 50-45 was a little bit ridiculous, but honestly, he did kind of just piece up Caio Borralho. Borralho didn't look good in this fight at all. He did not look good in this fight at all. And I'm giving Nassourdine Imavov, I'm not giving him the title shot. The title shot should be the winner of Fluffy versus RDR, and that's just undeniable. It's undeniable. This dude has done a lot. He beat Izzy, and now he beat Borralho. That's really hard to argue against, but the fact of the matter, whatever. He doesn't have the name value. He hasn't had it would just benefit the UFC to give him one more. And the one more guy that I'm going to give him, because it's not like he's on a streak, right? I mean, the Strickland loss, it's still in people's minds even. And I'm not going to give him Strickland because, we don't need Strickland Chimaev. Oh, you know what? Strickland that might have been a good one. That might have been a better one than what I gave him. Strickland Imavov 2 might have been a better one. Shit. That might be a better one, but I did give him Dricus Duplessis, but dude, you know what? The Sean Strickland rematch, actually 5-round Strickland rematch for pay-per-view co-main, that actually makes a lot of sense for a title eliminator. Oh no, but Strickland's therapy thing or whatever. I don't know what's going on with that. But if Sean Strickland can't fight Nassourdine Imavov, then have him fight Dricus Duplessis. Dricus Duplessis, he got his ass handed to him by Chimaev. Needs a rebound against a tough contender. Duplessis was a really good champion, and there's only one way to get a title shot, and that's by beating a former champ. And Imavov can make it 2 with Adesanya and Duplessis, but he can make it 2 with Strickland. Scratch this fight, dude. Imavov versus Strickland. It just came to my mind right now. Co-main event, Sean Strickland. Here's the thing, guys. This dude, Sleepy Imavov, he's not gonna win the title, dude. Dude, nobody fucking likes you, dude. You're French, dude. I'm not leaving a French guy, dude. That would be, I guess, entertaining. I don't know what to call it. Sean Strickland, he yaps. He talks at press conferences enough. I'll take it at this point. Whatever. Strickland versus Imavov, but if Strickland's suspended, give him DDP. Whatever. Next up, Caio Borralho. Boy, he really pooped the bed. He really shit the bed. I don't understand his tactic at all. He had a 1-2 that worked one time in the 4th or the 3rd round. He stung Imavov with a 1-2, but other than that, he had a bladed stance where he was kind of leaning his head back and his arms were kind of down, and that's kind of the last thing you want to do against a guy who only throws straights and jabs. I don't understand why he didn't switch his stance. I don't understand why he didn't raise his guard a little bit more. It wasn't a good performance. It wasn't a good showing from Borralho. Fighting Nerds wasn't a good showing for them either. But the loser of this fight, man, I'm not gonna knock Borralho down any ranking spots because he's already ranked kind of low for being 8-0 or 7-0. Well, now 7-1 in the UFC. I'm gonna give him a guy that Nassourdine Imavov beat. I'm giving him. This isn't a layup necessarily because he looked like doggy in this fight. He looked like doggy poop in this fight. I mean, he made it. He didn't look like bad. It's just he had a game plan. He executed it, but he lacked the ability to change his game plan when it didn't work. Obviously, the dude's a specimen. He's strong. He hits hard, but I'm giving him Brendan Allen, and Brendan Allen's coming off a win over Marvin Vettori. This isn't a fight for Caio Borralho. I mean, you could look at it as Borralho would be a big favorite probably. You could get the win, but also Allen got a win. He could fight a guy ranked above him. Both parties are probably going to be really happy with this one. Throw it on a 4th fight on a pay-per-view. Fight night, co-main. I don't want this for 5 rounds probably, but you could throw it anywhere. Prelims of a pay-per-view, 4th fight on a pay-per-view. Good ranked fight, open up a pay-per-view, whatever. Borralho, Brendan Allen, I would probably think Borralho would win, but hey, who knows? Brendan Allen is a marauder. Next up, Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit Saint-Denis, and the B in Benoit stands for the bane of my existence, because my boy, my absolute boy, Mauricio Luffy, One Piece, Mr. Hoofy, Mr. Santos, Benoit Saint-Denis made him his absolute bitch. And that was so hurtful. Benoit Saint-Denis dominated Mauricio Hoofy. I was not expecting it, but damn, he did it. And I'm not playing around with Benoit Saint-Denis anymore. He just got a massive ass win. He needs to step up. And he needs a 5-round main event. Step up in Paris. Next time you go to Paris, 5-round main event. Benoit Saint-Denis gets a guy very highly ranked, but a lot more stylistically friendly to BSD winning than Poirier. And that guy is Mateusz Gamrot. UFC doesn't really like Gamrot. They constantly give him prospects, and he's fine to fight prospects. I'm sure he wouldn't mind another main event. Especially those Paris cards tend to get a little bit of like hype around them, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind main eventing a Paris card. And I don't think Benoit Saint-Denis minds going up in ranks. This is a perfect fight. Gamrot loves taking these types of fights, and if he beats BSD, then you could give him something better than BSD, something better, somebody ranked ahead of him. But the reason that Gamrot faces so many prospects and, we could keep doing it is because he never really put streaks together. So these fights always make sense. So Benoit Saint-Denis, Mateusz Gamrot, 5 rounds. I mean, that doesn't even have to be in France. 5 rounds anywhere. Fight Night main event. Beautiful Fight Night main event right there. Or you could put this somewhere else. It doesn't really matter. But I like this. I like Benoit Saint-Denis, Mateusz Gamrot just happening. I would rather this be 5 rounds. In fact, this needs to be 5 rounds. It can't be a 3-round fight because this is a big test for BSD. Gamrot is adapted to 5 rounds. We need to see if BSD has that fight. We need to see if BSD is like a top 5 guy. We really do. Like, will he be good enough for the top 5? This is the fight to give him. Mateusz Gamrot. Next up, the loser of the co-main event. And this was like taking a bit, like, I was so happy that whole card, and it's like taking a birthday cake, and I watch somebody cut the birthday cake, and then they take the birthday cake knife and they just fucking stab you in the face. Alright? Mauricio Hoofy was the man. He is the man. It's just, he looked like he did not look good. He got dominated with the grappling, and it was like, he kept getting close with the pullback, but he never he never really he just like he kept doing the same thing, kind of like Borralho. It's like he was pulling back, he was counter striking. It was a slip back, right trait or a right uppercut kind of thing, like a haymaker mixed between like the thing that as Ante Delija did at Tybora earlier on the card. He kept looking for that. He kept slipping back and then looking for that. But he couldn't find it, and he got out-grappled. And I'm sorry, Mauricio Hoofy, but, I'm not going to do you any favors. The reality is, you've been matched up really nice outside of BSD, and BSD was just to get you ahead in the rankings. Bobby Green is a really nice match. James Lontop, I believe, was 0-2. We're giving you somebody hard. Hoofy, you have to fight for your spot at this point. We're giving you another prospect, somebody who does not have a big win yet, but is an absolutely ridiculously entertaining fighter, is on a roll right now. Mauricio Hoofy, Nazim Sadikov, dude, that fight, dude. That fight would make, that's just a really good-ass fight. This is a really good-ass fight. The striking in this one would be absolutely awesome. Hoofy's coming forward. He's looking to slip back and do something big, do a crazy-ass kick. Nazim Sadikov, he's just coming forward looking to fucking hook your face off. This is an awesome fight. They're both really fast strikers in the lightweight division. Winner of this could go back into like, oh, maybe you'll get a ranked fight. Maybe somebody right outside of it. Big step up for Nazim Sadikov. Well-deserved for Nazim Sadikov. Put on Fight of the Year against Nicholas Mata. And Mr. Hoofy, you gotta defend your spot here, man. You can't be sitting on your ranking. In fact, I don't know if I'd boot him out of the top 15, but he needs to fight Nazim Sadikov. I don't have him in my top 15 at all. I think I have Paul Hughes and Usman Nurmagomedov a bit above Mauricio Hoofy and maybe some others. I'll look later. but he's definitely got to go. Like, he's got to go down significantly in the ranks. Nazim Sadikov, this is a big opportunity for him to jump up. I would love to see this fight. Next up, Ante Delija, speak of the man, 3 nipples. 3 nipples. This dude has 3 nipples. What does he have 3 nipples for? I don't know. It's really like, it's just, I don't know if it's a side effect from like steroids or if it's just a birth defect. But I was looking at that 3rd nip. Like, I was looking into his 3rd eye. It was his 3rd nip. I was staring at it during the fight. This is what happened against Tybura. He was blitzing forward, and he did the smart thing. Blitzing forward against a grappler who has absolutely no threat on the feet, maybe do that. Tybura had threat on the feet maybe like 10 years ago. That's been nullified. That's gone. Ante Delija was in shape. He was bigger than Tybura, more muscular, taller, came forward. You know, crazy-ass blitz. Didn't land like the first like 10 punches of the blitz. Eventually backed him up, pressured him to the cage, landed some big shots, and it was kind of like a left uppercut sort of punch, you know, that put Tybura down. Really nice knockout. It was the right, so he threw the right jab as a feint, and then it was a left uppercut, and that worked really well. Give him a giant step up. This guy's top 10 ranked in the UFC now. You know, going up in the world rankings as well. This guy absolutely is a demolisher. And obviously, you know, these big guys, they're good enough for PFL. Like, these big PFL guys. I bet Hernan Ferreira could have beat Marcin Tybura. I bet some of these guys could have beat Tybura. I know that a lot of these guys outside the UFC are good enough to be in the UFC rankings. I previously had Delija ranked in 15 in the world. He's going to go up for sure. I'm going to give him a massive test, and I'm going to give him a title eliminator. That's right. I don't think the winner of Volkov Almeida should get it. I mean, maybe the winner of Volkov Almeida, but like, damn, if it's Volkov, like, no, please God, no. Delija Pavlovich, 5 rounds. There you go. Delija Pavlovich, 5 rounds. Fantastic fight. 2 big, hungry ass power punchers. Pavlovich isn't going to be able to like volume kickbox like he did against Waldo Cortez Acosta and Jarinzo Rosenstruck. This is a massive step up in competition. This is a guy with massive power that's in his prime. That's what you do. Ante Delija, Sergey Pavlovich. Absolutely love this fight. 5 rounds. Pavlovich looking for a big fight too. I mean, this is a massive fight. Massive ass fight between European heavyweights. Love this one. Next up, Modestas Bukauskas. He retired the Bear Jew. He retired him. He made Paul Craig tap out of his career. And that's cool, but I'm not he's probably above Alonzo Menifield now. I would say that. But he's still not ready for a really big step up yet. Give Modestas a little bit of time to maybe train, get better, get ready to go on this generational Bukauskas run where he becomes light heavyweight champion. We're going to give him maybe a guy that is like really close to not being ranked. I think he has 3 KO losses in a row. Stylistically pretty favorable for Bukauskas. I'm giving him Nikita Krylov. Whenever I see Krylov's face, dude, I don't know, dude. Whenever he makes that expression, I start laughing. But Krylov versus Bukauskas, man, the young eat the old. That's all, you know? And Bukauskas got to get the opportunity to go up, and Krylov has to go down. It's just how it is. Next up, what do we got here? Sam Patterson. This might be the most controversial take that I have in this video. Sam Patterson with 4 first-round finishes in a row. His only loss was to Yanal Ashmouz, and maybe that's not a good loss at all. It was at lightweight. It wasn't, you know, he shouldn't have ever been at lightweight. You know, he's way too tall, way too big. Sam Patterson, I want him to get a ranked opportunity against a massive name comparative to Sam Patterson. Put this on a fight night. I mean, not a fight night. Put this on a pay-per-view. This is a pay-per-view fight. You put this on a pay-per-view. Massive-ass name. Give him a ranked fight. He's the best. He's probably the best welterweight prospect right now. Abdul Latab is what? 1-0? He's like 1-0. Patterson's that guy right now, man. Jacoby Smith, he's 2-0. Mansour Abdul Malik went to a no contest with Cody Brundage. That was arguably not a great first-round look. That's middleweight. But whatever. Give Sam Patterson Daniel Rodriguez. Okay? Just see what happens. This dude out-kickboxed Kevin Holland. I don't know if Kevin Holland was having, you know, diarrhea. I don't know if Kevin Holland was just mentally checked out. I don't know what the fuck happened in that fight. but I don't feel like Sam Patterson is going to be tentative at all. He's not going to be throwing giant flying knees every 5 seconds, and he's going to be orthodox. He's going to box with D-Rod. It's going to be fantastic. I want this fight. Sam Patterson knocked out Trey Waters. That's a really underrated knockout, dude. Trey Waters is a big-ass motherfucker. 6 foot, what is he, 6'3 and a half? 6'4 at lightweight, or welterweight? That's huge, dude. That's absolutely giant. Sam Patterson, D-Rod, I like this one a lot. Let Sam Patterson box up D-Rod and get a ranking. UK, dude. I thought the UK was cooked because, I mean, Hardwick was cooked. We're not gonna rank. We're not gonna do Hardwick's fight, but Hardwick got absolutely cooked at lightweight, and that was sad. But like Chris Duncan and Sam Patterson, Paddy Pimblett even, LaRon Murphy and Arnold Allen, they're kind of like. They're making the UK seem real damn good right now. Tom Aspinall, kind of like a little bit of a resurgence. I like it. Sam Patterson, complete your destiny. Become the UK's welterweight, because I don't think they're too proud of Ian Gary. So do that for the UK. Next up, William Gomis. Robert Ruchala. Robert Ruchala had a really interesting performance. He won a round on Gomis. It almost seemed like he was the better fighter sometimes. It really did, in some moments, it was like, Ruchala just seems like a better fighter. But then he does stupid-ass shit. He did some really stupid moves on the ground. The fight IQ wasn't there. The inside and outside trips were working. The trips were working well, and Ruchala was winning on the ground. Now, Ruchala, he did not want to advance position because he was afraid he was going to lose position. So he wasn't taking advantage of the position that he had. He wasn't kind of posting up and striking down at Gomis. He was just kind of laying on top of Gomis. He was trying to keep him in position, but that ultimately led up to Gomis getting back up with no damage. I feel like fighters that have an advantageous position, you got to lose it, you got to use it, or you're going to lose it. The referee will stand you up eventually. The judges aren't really scoring that super highly anymore. And, the fans just aren't really receptive to that type of fighting. When he did have Gomis down, he looked pretty good. The trips were working. Gomis, all he threw was body knees and leg kicks and, mid kicks. Catch his leg, outside trip, inside trip. I mean, especially the inside trip into guard. I don't understand why he didn't use more grappling. And I'm not going to give him a super highly ranked fight, but I'm going to give him a guy with a little bit of name recognition. I don't know why this guy is popular, but he is. Fernando Padilla. I've heard of him. We've all heard of him. Do we remember his big win? I don't remember his big win, but I know that he's a pretty fun fighter, a pretty fun striker. Match him up against Ruchala. I think Padilla is 2-2 in the UFC. That's a good test for Ruchala. I like this fight. This is a really good one. Whoever wins, wins. If Ruchala could beat Padilla, maybe he could start, putting some together. If he loses, then we're getting a real case study of guys coming over from the UFC not doing too well. So give Ruchala the chance to fight Padilla, and if he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, he doesn't. This is a really good fight. It's a fantastic fight. I mean, this would be a banger. Would love this one. Next up, the man of the hour, performance of the damn card, Axel Sola. Now I have watched Axel. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry for that. But I've watched Axel Sola. I've watched Sola do really well and become better in each fight since he became Aries champion. I watch Aries. I've watched this guy in Aries. It's hard to watch Aries in America now. It's pretty hard to watch it, but I've watched all of this guy's fights in Aries. I knew he was good. I picked him against McKee. I didn't think he was going to dominate McKee like that. He really looked fantastic. His boxing looked sharp. When McKee, he was fighting McKee at what McKee was good at, and he was beating him. He wasn't Ange Lusa. He wasn't laying on top of him. He was just out-striking, out-brawling, out-kickboxing Reese McKee. He looked awesome. He looked really technical. I know the finish was early, but the body shot was crisp, and he did go down, and he did perfectly follow up with the ground and pound. Not enough ground and pound. I don't think it should have been called as early as it was, but, I feel like he would have finished him from that position anyway. Great job. Do I got something nice for you? Not necessarily. I got a tough fight for you, Mr. Axel Sola. I got a tough fighter. I got a fan-friendly fighter. This guy has some of the best fights in the UFC consistently. He's not a giant name, but he's always on those, dude, watch out for this guy because he's always going to have, a banger-ass fight. Now, Sola could strike with him, and if Sola's striking is better with him than him, that would be interesting. Or Sola could show maybe that he has a grappling game too. I want to see Axel Sola versus Chidi Njokuani. Chidi Njokuani, he is one hell of a stand-up fighter. Hell of a stand-up fighter. This would be an absolute banger if it's on the feet, and I would kind of not really know who's going to win if it's on the feet. But if Sola could mix in some grappling, I think that Chidi would be in trouble. This fight is interesting for two reasons. One, because, you know, the stylistic possibilities with Sola as a prospect, but also, dude, that wasn't even a sentence. But also, it's really interesting because Sola was a lightweight in Aries, but damn, he looks big for a welterweight. I don't think he should go back down. I don't want to see Sola versus Makhachev. He just looks too big. Welterweight isn't there's no Chimaev at welterweight anymore. It's JDM, and JDM's big. It's Bilal. Bilal's, he's Axel Sola is a big-ass welterweight. He is a big-ass welterweight. And I don't want to see him go down. I think he should stay at 170 and just tear shit up. 170 is a lot more open of a division than 155 right now. This is an absolutely insane fight. I would love to see this one. Sola versus Chidi. Next up, Mason Jones. This guy is like Trevor Peek on steroids. He is just a bite down on your mouthpiece, tough as nails competitor. Not technical at all. Effing brawler. He's an effing brawler, dude. Jeremy Stevens, back and forth brawl. Balaji Oki, back and forth brawl. Finished Mr. Oki. Absolutely amazing fight from Mason Jones. I want him to have more fun fights because I'm not sure that he's the most technically strong fighter. I'm going to put him up against a guy where their explosiveness is going to play. I'm basically giving him a similar fight stylistically to Stevens and Oki. I want a really fun one. Mason Jones, Terrence McKinney. They both won 2 in a row in the UFC in the lightweight division. And this has finish or just amazing ass crazy shit happens. Chins are getting dropped. Chins are getting cracked. This is one hell of a fight. Mason Jones, Terrence McKinney. Maybe this could be McKinney's breakthrough if he finishes Jones, or maybe this could be Jones's breakthrough if he finishes McKinney. A lot on the line. I love this fight. This is a banger. This is a good one. Mason Jones, Terrence McKinney. Genius matchmaking by No Chill MMA. Give me all my credit. Much love. Next up. Rinat. Rinat has to be ranked. He has to be ranked. He has won every one of his UFC fights, right? Or no? Or maybe, I think he lost. Did he lose one? He should have lost a lot. He should have lost to a couple guys, but I don't remember if he really lost to anybody legit. This was an insane finish. It was a nasty-ass finish. Straight up, it was a nasty-ass finish. He beat Gustafsson, Dalby, Leal, Kevin Lee, went to a draw with Zaleski. Now, he hasn't lost in the UFC. The guy needs a big step up. The guy, you gotta rank him. He's been here. He's been winning. And I'm giving him a big fight. I'm giving him a big one. I'm giving him Jeff Neal. Stylistically, no idea how this goes. Rinat could just get chinned. Or he could just grapple F, destroy Jeff Neal. But I don't know. I feel like Rinat would probably get chinned. But the dude's earned getting chinned at this point. Because come on, dude. He's beating. He's winning, dude. I know that they're close. I know that some of these fights he should have lost. I'm not going to talk about the Leal fight. I thought round 2 and round 3 could have been for Rinat. But I get it if you don't have it that way. Leal's punches did more, even though Rinat was landing a lot of, clean punches to the face. I get it. You gotta give him a big step up. Jeff Neal, there's nobody for Neal to fight right now. He's a big name. You're not gonna give Jeff Neal Sam Patterson. You're not gonna give Jeff Neal an unknown prospect. You want to give him a guy that has a name value, a guy that's been around for a while, that just wants to get in the rankings. Jeff Neal, Rinat Farkhedov. This is a big one. Next year, late spring, probably spring next year. Maybe April, May type of fight. I like this one. Rinat, because it's also nice to get Rinat away from us for a little bit. Let Neal's chin recover from the spinning back elbow of hell that Pratis hit on him. Rinat versus Jeff Neal. I feel like Jeff could win this. It would keep Jeff Neal alive a little bit longer in the top 15. Or if Rinat wins, you do got a new prospect in Rinat. There you go. Is that all? That is all. Thank you guys for coming in. Sick poster. Who made that? It was me. Much love, everybody. This was every fight to make after UFC Fight Night Paris. It's like 3 in the morning or something. That was like 2 in the morning. Slurring my words, but these were really good fights. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Much love. Have a great one. Peace out. And salud.